What's up, guys? So today I'm going to go over real quick some updates to Merch Informer and the Merch Informer Designer. So if you don't know what Merch Informer is, it's a tool that has many tools built in. Everything from researching products to finding keywords, checking trademarks, just a slew of things. But included, if you go to the top right here, and you also get graphics if you're on a pro membership. And there is a Merch Academy. We'll go to the Merch Designer tool, and that is this guy here. So you could choose a product to design for, and Merch recently added tote bags and throw pillows. They're 2,925 by 2,925 pixels for both, but Merch Informer gives you an option to design for either one. So we'll just go with the throw pillow. Once you select that, it'll come up here. Here's your toolbar on the left. You have products, templates, clip art, text, which has all these commercial-free fonts. You can upload your own images. You have shapes, drawings. You can draw with your mouse. Layers. You have effects for like distressing, and then you have a mask layer. So I'm just going to go to the image. I'm just going to use Merch On logo. So when I select that, it'll come over in this area here. And if I go to layers, I can freeze by hitting this little eyeball. It'll turn it off and on. And I brought in the merch template that they have just to show you. If I scale this up to where you have this blue line here, I'm going to scale it to about right there. So you have this green line here. The green area is your safe zone. So any kind of like, if you're not doing a pattern based design, it's just like an image, like say a Santa Claus, for instance. You want to make sure that the Santa Claus falls within this green area. That way it doesn't overlap and get cut off or anything. But if you're doing like a pattern based or color based design, which all your designs will have a color, I'll show you what that means. But you want to make sure that that extends to this outer line, which is what Merch Informer has, is this blue line here. But I'm just going to pull that up there just to give you an example. But if I go over to layers, I can freeze this. I'm going to turn off Merch On for a second. I'm going to go over to shapes. I'm going to hit this square. You can rotate by using that. You could duplicate by hitting this. Or if I select it, I could drag and scale it. And what you want to do is grab it and pull it past the outer edge. Then if I select the black space, I could go up to the circle here. And you can put any kind of RGB color in here, or you could mess around with this. Pick your color, whatever. If you wanted to add text, you can come over here, hit the text, and then make it whatever. But for my example, I'm going to show you. We're just going to make this a black background. So I'm going to select this, and then it has these colors down here. So I'm going to select the black, and then I'm going to go back to my layers. If I turn this PNG on, you notice it won't show, so I have to move this layer. So what you want to do is turn off the background for a second. And I'm going to turn on that safe zone that I downloaded from Merch. It's hard to see with the white text, but you can kind of get the idea of how far you need to go. So I'm just going to drag it up just a little bit. And it don't have to be too overly big. Then we'll hit the black. You can select that and come over to position. And you can make sure it's centered by hitting center horizontal, center vertical. I'm going to download that. Go to Merch. And I'm going to drag that design over to this. I'll give you an example of what the pillow will look like. So that's pretty much it. So you can see how we're close to this edge. You don't want to make it too big, so just keep that in mind. You can still use this design on the totes as well. So you can do something like that number there. The next thing I want to show you guys real quick. Not only now do you have your t-shirts and pop socket check, you now have a tote bag check and a pillowcase check. I just threw some random things in here. If I hit like tote bag and pillow, I could click on that. You can see it says text. If I select this, it takes you to the USPTO website. If I select goods and services, I could see that for 18 it has tote bags. It's registered for that. You could see when it was registered and all, and then I could see pillows right here. So you would want to stay away. Obviously it's Disney, but I just throw an example out there so it would pop up. If you use any sort of phrases in your listing or sayings or whatnot, you want to make sure that you check those so you don't get a strike against your account. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'll leave a link below if you want to try Merch Informer free for 3 days. Or if you'd like to sign up, you could use my code below and get 20% off your order. I use it all the time, especially for trademark checks and the designer for sure. But anyways, if you like this video, please take a second and subscribe below, and we will see you in the next one.